Good morning, you guys. It is dress rehearsal day, and so I am busy gathering all the last things that I need to pack. The last things I need to do, and I always do last, is I just gonna wash my face, brush my teeth, do hair and makeup.
These are Miss Eternity tumblers, by the way. Look how big they are. They're so big. They're huge, but they make you drink your water. They're so big. So I'm like, okay, like I'm bringing this in the car with me and getting my water for the day.
Okay, you guys, I have arrived. Quick room tour. Little room tour. Please welcome to me. Hey you guys, so I just scarfed down some food. I didn't eat that much today because I was just trying to get on the road and then I got stuck in traffic and everything. And so I just scarfed down a sandwich from downstairs, and now I just got changed into my Miss Eternity outfit. We're supposed to wear like jeans and a t-shirt. We're not just doing dress rehearsal tonight, we're doing dress fittings. We had sent in our sizes, and so now it's time to actually check and make sure that everything fits right for last minute checks. And so if there's any last minute things, they're gonna change that all tonight. And so these dresses are custom made for us, so this should be a lot of fun. And so we're gonna practice walking down the runway. And this is not at the actual location, so this is kind of interesting. So it's at a different location. And then so tomorrow we'll be at the other location. So I am off to dress rehearsal. Okay, you guys, I am back from dress rehearsal. It was about 3 hours long, maybe 3.5, something like that. And we were in heels the whole time. So all the girls afterwards were like, our fate. But yeah, it went really well. I felt like I had so much more respect for people who do this full time because, man, you are in heels for a long time practicing. It's kind of like a dance number, really. You're like, know the step, the turns, all that kind of stuff. And so yeah, so this is good. I have 4 outfits for the show tomorrow. I have like a spring one. I have a jean like 2-piece dress. It's really cute. I love that one. I have a wedding dress, which is interesting. The Lord told me that. Before I came, the Lord was like, you're gonna be wearing a wedding dress, and they hadn't told me that. And I was like, now I'm wearing a wedding dress. And then I have a black lacy outfit as well. So yeah, so some of it needs a little bit of alteration. So they're gonna be working tonight to get all this stuff done for tomorrow. So that's gonna be exciting. Yeah, we're up at probably 5 or something like that, maybe 5:30. No, I don't know, that might be too late. Probably not. I probably gotta get up for 5 or earlier, maybe 4:30, because we got to be on the road at 7 to get to church at 8 o'clock, and then brunch with Carolyn for her birthday brunch, and then come back to the hotel, take a shower, take all your makeup off basically and everything in your hair out, and kind of just get a fresh face for them to do hair and makeup tomorrow. So, and then the show is at 6 and we have to be in hair and makeup by 3:45. So there's a little gap in between, which I'm just gonna come back to the hotel and take a shower, get reset, make sure I'm ready to go. And then yeah, it's gonna be a long day, but it's gonna be awesome. There's so much fun stuff. I just have to like pace myself throughout the day because I'm like, okay, like basically from 5 a.m. till 10, we gotta be just going. At 10 o'clock, I'm probably gonna be sitting over there in that bed, done in that bed. So that's probably what's gonna be happening. And then I drive home the next morning. So anyway, yes, I'm looking forward to tomorrow. Good morning, everyone. It is a runway day, but a lot is happening before the show. So we have to be at church at 8. It is currently 5:51 a.m. and I am getting ready. I am ice rolling my face, kind of. They didn't have a freezer, it's only a fridge, so it's like kind of cold, not as cold as it should be, so I don't know if it's gonna work as good as it normally does, but I have to be out of here at 6:45. And I look like these. Yay. I'm going to pick up one of the pageant girls at her hotel and we're gonna drive together. I'm excited. We're going to William McDowell's church. William McDowell is awesome. I feel like I've been listening to his music for probably 10 years. He's a anointed worship leader, that's for sure. Oh man, I've never been to his church though. There's so many churches in Orlando. There's like, I literally, one time my old pastor, he took us to this leadership conference and it was all pastors and leaders throughout Orlando area. And they had a statistic that there is literally 1,000 churches in Orlando. Excuse me? This is like church land here. I didn't get to bed till later because I was talking to hubby on the phone. But also I was just trying to get organized because I didn't want to start the day disorganized. And I always feel like when you're traveling, it's kind of like, where is this, where is that, which suitcase is this in, and stuff like that. So I feel like at home it's a lot easier because it's like routine, you know, and you're just like out of your routine, I guess. Okay guys, this is the church fit for today. I think I'm gonna go in with these shoes. All right, you guys, so I'm back from church. I am back from Carolyn's birthday brunch, and now I am getting ready for like, I guess second dress rehearsal / also hair and makeup, because the first dress rehearsal was at a different location and the second dress rehearsal is at the actual location. So, and you're like, girl, why are you putting on makeup if you are getting hair and makeup done? Good question, I got you. Because they wanted us to do our foundation only, just our foundation, because they were kind of afraid, like, what? There's so many different nationalities walking and stuff. They were kind of like, what if we don't have the right color, you know, and it doesn't match perfectly and someone's upset or something. So our job is to just put our foundation on. They're gonna do our lips, our eyes, our hair, all that stuff. So yes, I'm just putting some foundation on right now to give them a little bit of help. I'm sending them some help. I am like, girl, I'm gonna need some tea. I'm gonna need some tea to get through this. I'm tired. I went to bed at midnight. I woke up at 5 a.m. in order to get to church on time and pick up one of the girls from the pageant and go to church with me and be ready in hair and makeup. And you know, we taped some reels, like we had photos, we went to church, went to brunch, all this stuff. And now after all this, we're supposed to like walk in a runway show. So I'm like, okay, like I'm like, we need some caffeine. We need some caffeine. I know some of you think caffeine's the devil, and sometimes when I say caffeine, people are like, the devil. Listen, to each their own, to each their own. If the Holy Spirit allows me to have caffeine, who are you to judge? There's nothing the Bible says caffeine is demonic, okay? So just back off me. Anyway, so I am just getting Molly dressed a little bit. I think we're back into jeans and t-shirts until we get dressed. Okay, you guys, so I am got some hot tea. I'm semi-done because, you know, I didn't want to do a bunch because they're going to do most of it. I just kind of blow dried it, straightened it a tad, didn't really finish straightening it, just a little bit to give it a little oomph, and just have foundation on only. So yep, they're gonna go do my hair and my lips and my eyes, and so here we go. It's go time.
It's giving cherry blossom kind of. That is so cute.
Good morning, everyone. It is the morning after the fashion show and I'm tired, but it was good. Whew. I feel like it's like a lot to process. There's so many moving parts. There was so many changes to what was going on. I honestly was reminded of when I used to work in television news, because anyone who's worked in news, you know that it's like that. I'll be like, up, this story's canned, we're not using it, up, like, add this to the top, up, you know, like, whatever, and it's constant changes. You'll write a whole script and it will just be thrown out, and it's, like, so annoying and stuff. And so it was kind of like that, like, in the sense of, like, I had like 4 outfits the day before, but I ended up wearing 2 of them. And so I wore the one blue, like modern top with the white dress. And I love that outfit. That was so fun. It was just like a fun outfit. And, you know, you're fully covered in the front and everything. And so I was just like, you know, this is cool, like the different lines and stuff. And then I got to wear a wedding dress, but it's like I also got to wear a crown with it. So I walked the first time with it in like just without the crown, and then she was like, you know what, this needs a crown. And so like she put a crown on it like when I kind of did the finale walk or whatever. And it was pretty cool. Yeah, so I don't know, it was just like, it was just fun. But girl, I have just such an appreciation for all you girls that like do modeling all the time. Your feet, girl, your feet. Just being in heels for days and dress rehearsals and practicing and practicing and practicing with everyone, and you're practicing in your heels. And it was so funny, like so many of us girls, like we would they'd be like, okay, you know, we got 10 minutes. Everyone's like, sit down for 10 minutes just to like not be standing on your heels and everything. So yeah, I'm pretty sure everyone's feet hurt a lot, but I feel like the end result was pretty cool, you know, just getting to talk to the designer, and I'll put a picture of her, and her and I were chatting, and basically she was like, yeah, you know, God just gives me all the designs, and you know, it's just like God's people are everywhere, Jesus, and they're just everywhere doing things. You know, they might not be in traditional ministry or something like that, but God's people are everywhere doing things, whether we know it or not, you know. And so that was really cool. And then it was so weird. I was like having like a prophetic moment, because when I was getting ready to leave my house, the Lord spoke to me and said, "You're going to be wearing a wedding dress." And I was like, what? You know, and it's so crazy because I got married in 2014. It's 2026. So almost 12 years ago, not quite, like 11 and a half now. But, and I'm just like, dude, like that, like, I don't know. It was just so like, what? You know, like you kind of think one and done. I mean, some people do vow renewals and stuff like that. But I was like, okay, like Lord, but I don't know. I was just thinking of like the bride of Christ and everything, and just how like, you know, like we all are the bride of Christ, and you know, like we're supposed to represent that. And it was just kind of like, it was a good reminder for me too, just even thinking about the bride of Christ again, because I think sometimes I don't know, like sometimes we just get so into like being a servant of God, or a daughter, or a son, if you're a guy watching this, or if you're in ministry like I am, like I'm a prophetess, that's my role, that's my mantle. And you know, that sometimes we just forget we're also the bride, you know, we're the beloved that Jesus is coming for. And I know sometimes for you men that can be hard sometimes to feel that fully, you know, from a man to a man, you know, but it's like, but you are chosen, you know, he's coming after you. He is so good. Yeah, it was a good experience. I was like, I think it was like God was preparing me, you know, to be on stage and walk and have lights and videos and people talking, like all this stuff. And you got to like not focus on any of that and just focus and walk. But in a weird way, it's kind of like the prophetic, like, you know, it's like I can't focus on what anyone's doing, what anyone's saying. I just have to be in the spirit and just prophesy. And so in a way, it was kind of the same thing, just focus and go. Don't worry about what anyone else is doing. You have to do this right now. And that's kind of the same when I operate in prophetic events and stuff. So same mindset. Yeah, so I watched my first fashion show. Yay! I did it. I can't believe I did it. I don't know. I never thought I would be here, you know. Yeah, I didn't see that for my life plan, but I think when you follow the Holy Spirit, he's such an interesting God. He's so interesting. Like you just really never know where you're going to end up.